said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Burgess Snowfield at Amherst Stadium, home to the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. The give to the back. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
To the air, it's Raiola. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Give it to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man? defensive front.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for room. It's Cook.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Using his legs to buy some time. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
To the ground with the back. Got a little space. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Off play action on first down. And the defense got him at the 27. The idea was to sell that play fake. Nobody was buying it.
You're right, Reese. That D-line, they looked like they had their ears pinned back, and they were coming after the quarterback. You saw dudes rush upfield. They got to that QB fast.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Off the play fake on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Oh, it's a big blown opportunity by the defense to just kill that drive right there. He had a chance to make that interception in the end zone, but he couldn't come up with it.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Breaks into the open. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before
ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space, good things will happen.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gives it to the back on the draw. Some really tough running there. Gets him to the 45-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's loose. He's loose on the left. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. It's Rayola. Got it set up on the outside. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Gamecock. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Quick strike complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Wants to go up top on first down. Buying some time. Running to Green. Oh, he's got some space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
Good enough for a first down.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give to the tailback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
And the Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Nelson. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Got to like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers!
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown run.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Petway. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Turning it on! Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Wimsatt. Using the quick game. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Using his legs, it's Hall. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Quarterback keeper. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Gamecocks are rolling down the field. To the air on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Cook. How much does it help your blocking scheme to have a guy who finds the crease, he gets to the 39?
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He wants to change this route. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
On the run, it's Paul. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Gamecocks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Breaks into the open. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
The Gamecocks are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Might be calling a hot route. Trying to power it in. He's going for the goal line. And he
the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Makes the catch, it's Key. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Looking to fire. Pulls it in, it's Key. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. There he goes. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking downfield on first down. He's going to fire deep. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Got some room to run. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He steps out of bounds across the 30 at the 33-yard line. Nice work there by the return team. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Huskers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. They go to the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To to the air. It's Wimsatt. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Ready to go back to work on offense. He'll start this drive firing. Got a man, it's Johnson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Wants to bring it back. Running through contact. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Finds his man. It's Rechsteiner. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Wimsatt. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the defense knew exactly where that... Down line was, and they stopped him short.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
We'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Power football with the run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. They'll run it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and trying to stay on the field.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the running back. Fights off a defender. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Runs through the tackle. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Running back searching for a hole. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now. With a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
And this defense has given up some yards getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
This quarterback part of their running game. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And after that stop from the defense, they're still on the 2, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Wimsatt. It's complete on the right side. Give him 6. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it out. It's Hunter. He gets a block. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. The running back has it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Fouls through the defense. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Jacksonville State.
The Gamecocks come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Wimsatt. Grabbed in the middle, it's Petway. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. Turning it on. Rimmed out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Give to the running back. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Might as well give it to him again. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll try to pop the draw. Hard running there. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Offense.
They'll send out the kicker here.
Number 37 on the field goal.
Field goal is good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And he's in for the 2nd score of the game. My goodness. Note to self, kickoff team, Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2.
Here we go, here we go.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And the Gamecocks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The 14 brings up second down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Drives to back and leaps it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll send the back in motion.
We can see the goal line.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On the move. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the route is on. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Straight ahead from inside his 25. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Fires to to the big fella.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Nebraska.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Cornhuskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Hunter. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
At the 45-yard line. And that's a first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And first down for the offense.
Now from inside the red zone. Complete downfield. Perfectly thrown ball. Nice catch. Good tackle, but it's 1st and goal from the 5. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Huskers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Looking for the goal line, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.